of heaven and hell. I've been known to rebel. I'm dapping up Jesus, knowing Satan as well. Life is a trip when you taking some trips, and life ain't a. She's a complicated pessimist. Closest thing we got, that God's a woman, so I'm feminist. Reminisce of past lives, the past time. But I just wanna sip my lemonade. I just. But I just wanna sip my lemonade. Meditate on the moment. Meditate on the moment. Meditate on the moment. It's been a long time coming. I ain't got much else to say. I spent a long time running, but now I'm walking steady, ready for whatever. Gave me two choices, so I broke the lever. Ain't never been a fake, but I've always been a factor. Real as the bills I ain't never paid. And I ain't never been afraid to do what I want to do when I wanna do it. All I ever wanted to do was make music. Make music. Make music. But I just wanna sip my lemonade. And I just. But I just wanna sip my lemonade. From Stockton, California, to the whole world. I just wanna just sip your lemonade, bruh. We all got problems we going through. Don't let them bring you down, though. Put your lemonades up.
This chick go hard, I'm grinding. See what I do, I'm clowning. Fake thoughts be steady doubting, but now you see I'm shining. This chick go hard, I'm grinding. See what I do, I'm clowning. Fake thoughts be steady doubting, but now you see I'm shining.
Fake thought, got no time for your act. Too much money, got no time for a rap. Steady looking funny, think this thing an act. Came from the gutter, yo, that's a fact. You see a lady here straight from the trap. Ain't nothing stopping, yo, cause I'm a champ. You better know your role, stay in your place. Love to deal the food out, but not the taste. Hurt your feelings, fool, cause I'm in your face. So much going on, now you just a waste. Hate my shine, cause I'm out in first place. Keep on acting out, ain't nobody safe.
This chick go hard, I'm grinding. See what I do, I'm clowning. Fake thoughts be steady doubting, but now you see I'm shining. This chick go hard, I'm grinding. See what I do, I'm clowning. Fake thoughts be steady doubting, but now you see I'm shining.
Body armor, I be strapped with the cheddar. Heavyweight, but you light like a feather. You talk it up big, but you patent leather. I keep my game tight, call me money weather. Ain't no love, cause you get what you gave me. Check my stats, I'm the queen as of lately. Ain't no limit, cause I want this thing greatly. Dissing for the top, haters get chopped. Taste it bad, ain't no doors getting blocked. Try to stop me, then this gun gets cocked. Nobody move, nobody gets shot. Money in my view, but my scope stay hot.
This chick go hard, I'm grinding. See what I do, I'm clowning. Fake thoughts be steady doubting, but now you see I'm shining. This chick go hard, I'm grinding. See what I do, I'm clowning. Fake thoughts be steady doubting, but now you see I'm shining.
Good track production.
Yeah, Swill. Need to take time out, get away on an escapade. Let's go. Been on your feet all week. Sounding stressed out when you call me. Got too much on your plate. Need to take a break from all the drama from the workplace. Texting me, you gotta work late. You're at the office with lots of work to do. In spite of your efforts, the boss still a jerk to you. This weekend, let's make it a 3-day. Jump in the ride, let's hit the freeway. Put your request in weeks ago. Plenty PTO, so they can't say no. I got weed to smoke, full tank of gas. Drop the kids off, pack your bags, cause a vacay will do some good for you. So choose the place, then book the room. I prefer something with a view, but it'll still be perfect cause I'll be with you. Casino up in Reno, or by the bay down in Monterey. It's okay, we'll go stay and sleep in for the whole day. Cause from the second we check in, we'll probably be sexing. Next one, we'll get dressed up and go eat out at a restaurant and have dinner by an ocean. Drink bottomless mimosas at a beach by the lake or pool. As long as we're together, any place we do. So many things I can't wait to do. I just wanna escape with you.
I just want to get away with you. Get away. Take off work and spend a day or two. Spend a day. Pack our bags and vacate for a few. Vacate for a few. So let's go on an escapade for two. Let's go. Escapade. Let's go.
No hesitation, make reservations at your favorite place out in Las Vegas. Let's hit Diego for the weekend. Visit some family and a couple beaches. Or walk with the stars in Los Angeles. Sleep under the stars on a camping trip. On the balcony, hanging out with me. Room with a spa, candles lit. Cause this right here, our theme music. So turn it up and smoke weed to it. Nobody does it like we do it. Time of your life, I'm gonna see to it. So let's escape. Just got paid, I'ma take you on an escapade. So tell your boss, bye Felicia. Tell the bellhop, nice to meet you. We'll plan the day in San Jose, or go to Sac and blow a stack. I'm down to cruise to Santa Cruz, or smash out to Magic Mountain. Go play in snow in Tahoe. Enjoy the finer things at a winery. Couple of nights at an embassy, or cabin out in Yosemite. Hit the bay, watch the Giants play a day game against LA. The whole fam rent a minivan and get hopper passes to Disneyland. We gon' get away, then get it right. Take a trip and we'll take a flight to anywhere, first class and back. As soon as we get our taxes back.
I just want to get away with you. Get away. Take off work and spend a day or two. Spend a day. Pack our bags and vacate for a few. Vacate for a few. So let's go on an escapade for two. Let's go. Escapade.
When you're fed up with the world, leave the BS on the curb. Take a trip, just you and your girl, where you can go and forget about work. On the tarmac, hopping planes with you. Go and visit any place with you. Speaking in a different language too. No limit to the things we'll do. Fly to paradise, too long. Life's too short to work, too hard. Need quality time, just you and I. So call travel agent or a cruise line. Plenty of cash on my black card. Carry on in my passport. Spin a zipper strong, cause when I sit too long on a flight, my ass sore. So buckle up, we're taking off. When we touch down, take it off. I'm gonna make you scream till we gotta leave. Cause in your arms is where I wanna be.
I just want to get away with you. Get away. Take off work and spend a day or two. Spend a day. Pack our bags and vacate for a few. Vacate for a few. So let's go on an escapade for two. Let's go. Escapade.
Mic in my hand and I'm keeping it sparking. Tried to reach the light but was overcome with the darkness. Now I use my music constantly, keeping it moving. It's floating through the cosmos, understand what I'm doing. Ain't proving nothing to nobody, not an understudy. Listen up, buddy, I'm about to get real friendly. Words coming heavy, chop through you like a machete. I'm deadly, and I ain't even got claws like Freddy. I'm spreading like a disease, never regretting all the massacres across the valley. Watching the blood as it's shedding. Victim after victim, never gonna enter prison. The only bars I see are the words to the song as it's written. Flying higher, that's my mission. So gifted with this thesis, I will take your life and shred it to pieces. I'm on.
Take a trip down the rabbit hole. Howard points and calicos, dodging like matadors. It's sad, of course, it got me feeling melancholy. It don't add a probably, cause I'm good but act naughty. I stare at her face while I touch on her body. She called me the devil, oh well, I'm feeling golly. That's the best and the worst, looking down at the earth. Mixing Cali and Aspen, that's the blow in the perk. The snowboard and surf, but clouds get dirty, it's dirt. The Kirby a herb, I'm King D, you jerk. I'm needing some serves, so relax, I cross my feet in and burp. That fluctuation, exaggeration of the medication, syncopation. I could sell you a dream or to the next buyer. Detroit, West Side, roll up like the next tire. It's Cali, that's fire, I'm smiling like Cheshire. High, and I'm falling past bookcases. Flowers is looking, gazing, caterpillars, who could taste it? And don't think you escaping. And matter of fact, it gets sadder than that. Lay from the rabbit, hear chatter from rat. Tea and shrooms, realize that Hatter is mad. I think I've gone crazy. Tweedle boys making the wrong faces, staring at lawn mazes, playing cars and long chases. I thought we had a cleaner start. Now here goes the meaner part. Took me see the Queen of Hearts. Close your eyes and see the
I put a lot of time in this, I'm finally riding my way. Wake up and get in my grind mode. Bake up and fly in the space zone. Grinding so hard that I don't ever sleep. Got my eyes closed as I'm riding this heat. This is me, living my dream, doing it all with my team. Don't nobody care if my virtues exist. If I ever go all out, I don't need your assist. Got a vision on my mind, man, my life is a trip. I've been grinding too long, man, my life's a I've been grinding, hustling. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Perfect timing, oh my God. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I've been grinding, hustling. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Perfect timing, oh my God. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm on my grind all of the time. Rap 209, you know that I shine. I'm on my grind all of the time. Rap 209, you know that I shine. I got work, I got you got nothing, you won't snooze. I got work, I got hustle hard, I don't lose. Spit these bars, I'ma go hard. Young star, I'ma go far. Yeah, call me crazy if you really want to. I'ma do just what the I want to. I just landed on the top of greatness. I be working, I don't do the hating. All it really took it was some patience. Flirted with success and now I'm taking. Keep it 100, yeah, face it. If you hating, you don't need to fake it. Whole life is remastered. I'm moving way, way faster. Mix it right and do all of my shit. 100 mils, what I'm after. They told me that I wouldn't make it, but when I got out, I was faking, and everything's different. It's like I went missing. It came back a little more distant. Focus on one dream, and that is the mission. I don't get credit where credit is due. Taxing my credit as if it was new. Worth the whole billy, I thought you all knew. Doing it all with my team, we enlisted. City is crazy, and that's how I'm living. Ay, that's how I'm living. Ay, that's how I'm living. In the studio all week, till my stomach feels weak, till my future seems bleak. I don't think you understand. Got a vibe with me, man. Let's get it. I've been grinding, hustling. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Perfect timing. Oh my God. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I've been grinding, hustling. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Perfect timing. Oh my God. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm on my grind all of the time. Rap 209. You know that I shine. I got work. I got you got nothing. You won't snooze. I got work. I got hustle hard. I don't lose. Spit these bars. I'ma go hard. Young star. I'ma go far.
Yeah, effects, Info D, the masterpiece. That's right. Open your minds. Let me enlighten y'all.
Watch out for the third eye. Warp zone through the lies. Massive terrorize, glamorize, hateful lies, hateful tries. Why you wanna do this? Why you wanna disguise yourself and act so fake? Why these dudes trying to steal off my plate? Why are they trying to get me under their fake to try to believe them? When I see them, I see through their fake skin. I see everything and show it in the making. And I see you is where you'll be a samurai, precisely bringing enemies down to their knees. The other sweet, then comes the breeze. It's the beginning of a new breed, a royal creed. This loyal bleed through a virtual velocity. Astronomy and philosophy ain't stopping me. I rose and live the life of the chosen. Mind exploding with knowledge and skill. Travel the world to show them how to be real. For all deceivers, you know that you're a done deal. Guts spilling, cold chills, rip your body in half. No more endurance in the aftermath. From my deadly wrath, I make my own path. A lone warrior, I watch my own back. Get through the cracks, club the tracks, and no one follows my tail. Below my trail.
It's the mighty Shogun, last samurai, ready for the final showdown at sunrise. If I ever die, lay me down next to where warriors lie. Give me a soldier's goodbye, don't cry. See you in the afterlife. We hover in flight as we dance in the skies. Earth rotates as time passes by. Earth will shake as the mind applies. From the mental strength, focus the third eye. As I meditate, I elevate then fly. Soul traveling directly towards the light. The truth was revealed beneath sneaky lies. Though deceitful guys wore a robe in disguise, collected a slice of that devil's pie. As we multiply, a piece of nature dies, destroying forest land, then building city lives.
They ain't talking that real.
Check, check,
Check up the God first.
check me out.
I reach my heart for a few ticks.
Check,
Super giant on the streets right now.
check me out.
Fancy free ENT. 3G Record. BCD Studios. Show that love. MC Killer King. I'm going in.
Waking up with the worms, all of my mind is getting my rhyme on. Told to be on that top, all these suckers got no time for. Elementary Watson, want the best if you got one. Coming straight from my soul into your chest like one of them shotguns. Blamtastic, automatic, claiming G with they style plastic. I'm the man, I know I am, straight up king in this wasteland. Put my fist where your face at. Lyrics deep, you can't taste that. Already, I come before you, high above or just below you. Rest in peace to them MCs, you really hoes, you ain't got the power. Host the block and smell the flowers. Scripture bright like a watchtower. Lost the sea, just follow me. I'm everything they supposed to be. They claiming God, but they knowing me. My heart is scarred from this blasphemy. You got the ice, fire whip, and a back check. Nice house, swag, yeah, and a stick and spit. But they ain't talking that real. Got 100 men with a trap house just to hold them in. Bands up with no love to give, look them in their face and now they ain't talking that real. Got the ice, fly whip, and a bad chick. Nice house, swag, yeah, and a stick and spit. But they ain't talking that real. Got 100 men with a trap house just to hold them in. Bands up with no love to give, look them in their face and now they ain't talking that real. When I'm singing, cause casualties, careers can place up on a mantelpiece. Hot potato can't handle me, no bright ideas, don't try to creep. Zombie squad, we never sleep, grinding hard like we never eat. Randy B, just play that beat, hit up things to put it on the street. Going to war, bring it back to peace. Black hands with the Mac down, dope, you better off slanging me. Triple K's, who gon' hang with me? I'm the reason y'all claim to be. Motivates me here, hold the heat. No fears, won't fold the beat. Got away with words, I want the streets. Ignorant, they never notice. Till I morphed into a lotus. Keep the fame, I'ma stay a soldier. Keep the name, they'll never know him. Where's the justice? Try to told him. Repercussions, divine disorder. Royal flush, got the illest quota. Closing point, it was nice to know ya. You got the ice, flying whip, and a bad chick. Nice house, swag, yeah, and a stick and spit. But they ain't talking that real. Got 100 men with a trap house just to hold them in. Bands up with no love to give, look them in their face and now they ain't talking that real. You got the ice, fly whip, and a bad chick. Nice house, swag, yeah, and a stick and spit. But they ain't talking that real. Got 100 men with a trap house just to hold them in. Bands up with no love to give, look
Caution on the beat. YP in the mix. 209 love. The 209 shine. I wait today. I step in my place. The enter my zone in my God-given space. I'm walking this earth no matter where I roam. My shine so bright, I'm cracking demons' domes. I'm sending them back inward, hellward bound in ya. Yeah, about that life, none your suckers come by. Cause electrical zaps of an ultimate joy gon' touch ya. Gon' fill your mind with the goodness. Gon' feed your spirit with the newness. Breaking them daggers coming from your eyes till they bleed out the source. And you're hypnotized by the light sword, by the love source, by the goodness and the kindness of my force, by the sweetness and the brightness of my orb. Liquid love touch you like the light that run through this body of mine. In a theta wave, alpha wave, beta wave, blue. Too smooth, so west coast. In my chillin' mood, my town roots, my updo, my whole truth. Don't misconstrue what's all I can do. I've released everything that's subdued in me. My energy is free, no shade that's thrown gon' break me. I'm a sunlit cherub, vivacious in life, and I'm living my life illuminating. Finding all my messengers of music and love coming together, congregating, mutilating, incinerating all the mofo-bists that don't faze me. You can't kill the shine, you can't dull the shine. When you throw the shade, you can catch my fade. You can't kill the shine, you can't dull the shine. When you throw the shade, you can catch my fade. You can't kill the shine, you can't dull the shine. When you throw the shade, you can catch my fade.
Catch my fade. You can't kill the sun, you can't dull the shine. When you throw the shade, you can catch my fade. Saying raw on the mic like I just pulled a grenade. My thoughts is on spade and my tongue is a blade. I should probably be in jail for all the rappers I slayed. I spit so nasty, make my tooths decay. I make you put your hands up like they do in a raid. My recital's vital, spitting verses for the street Bible. Yo, shit is on idle. Sucker MCs is my rival, and I'm liable to retire you. I admire you cause you trying to, but you lying, dude. You ain't with them guns and you ain't sliding through. Nobody's trying to whack you, nobody's hiding from you. So here's some advice, you're not nice, your rhymes up. Give your boy back the track and turn minds up. Then come catch this fade with the razor blade line up. Who's up next? Next up to bat, me, I'm up.
You can't kill the shine, you can't dull the shine. When you throw the shade, you can catch my fade. You can't kill the shine, you can't dull the shine. When you throw the shade, you can catch my fade. You can't kill the shine, you can't dull the shine. When you throw the shade, you can catch my fade. You can't kill the shine, you can't dull the shine. When you throw the shade, you can catch my fade.
Catch my fade.
I smoke the night away, night away. I smoke the night away. She said I did it to myself, that I can't blame nobody else. All those secrets that I kept are coming out soon. She said I did it to myself, that I can't blame nobody else. And all those secrets that I kept are coming out soon. I smoke the night away, the pain will go away. I'm wishing things would have stayed the same, but no way. I just wanted things my way. Every day was like replay, and I would listen to what she say. But now she's gone, I'm all alone. I can't do this on my own. And when I ask her to come back, all she ever say that I did it to myself, that I can't blame nobody else. All those secrets that I kept are coming out soon.
You say you're leaving again, you're about to dip, huh? Giving up on everything that we have built up. Over stupid decisions, I know I slipped up. Somewhere between the other women in the strip clubs, but we can work it out. Never mind the word of mouth, the good things just don't seem so good without something I heard about. I know you heard about the women that I've been with, but you the type of girl to bring a player to his senses. Not saying marry me, but tell your friends to keep their 2 cents to themselves, cause this is nothing like a charity. If we need therapy, then we should do it. I should've did you right, cause you're the only one who's there for me. Apparently these phony parodies don't even care for me or care to see me living merrily. This is embarrassing, and I hope to see your face again. And I hope you say this ain't the end. Nah.
She said I did it to myself, and I can't blame nobody else. And all those secrets that I kept are coming out soon. She said I did it to myself, and I can't blame nobody else. And all those secrets that I kept are coming out soon. I apologize for all those times I ever lied to you, baby. I'm really misattached. Nothing I want more is to see you walking back into the front door. Babe, I do anything, I give you everything. Tell me what you need to help you see, believe in me. She said I did it to myself, and I can't blame nobody else. And all those secrets that I kept are coming out soon. She said I did it to myself, and I can't blame nobody else. And all those secrets that I kept are coming out soon.
Life don't give you lemons, life just gives you seeds. You gotta cultivate and irrigate, don't fear to shake the demons that appear to break your dreams and stay to irritate your needs. All these forms of communication got us disconnected as ever, no longer tuned into the station. All we hear is static when we try to listen better, but of heaven and hell, I've been known to rebel. I'm dapping up Jesus, knowing Satan as well. Life is a trip when you taking some trips, and life ain't a she's a complicated pessimist. Closest thing we got that God's a woman, so I'm feminist. Reminisce of past lives, the past time.
But I just wanna sip my lemonade. I just But I just wanna sip my lemonade. Meditate on the moment. Meditate on the moment. Meditate on the moment. It's been a long time coming. And I ain't got much else to say. I spent a long time running.
But now I'm walking steady, ready for whatever. Gave me 2 choices, so I broke the lever. Ain't never been a fake, but I've always been a factor. Real as the bills I ain't never paid. And I ain't never been afraid to do what I want to do when I wanna do it. All I ever wanted to do was make music, make music, make music.
But I just wanna sip my lemonade. And I just But I just wanna sip my lemonade.
From Stockton, California, to the whole world.
I just wanna sip my
Just sip your lemonade, bruh. We all got problems we going through. Don't let them bring you down, though. put your lemonades up.
Here at KXVS, broadcasting from Stone Tube Studios, is the voice of Stockton.
What's up, everybody? This is your girl, Rane, and you're listening to Rise and Shine 209, the KXVS, the voice of Stockton morning show. Hey, what's up, everybody? Hey! We got Abby James in the house.
Rise and shine
209.
That's right. That's right. We in here.
We are in here. I hope you guys are having a good morning this morning. I know some people just don't want to go to work. That is the case in so many days, especially when they're beautiful like this outside. Oh, but we get to be inside. We're going to chill, but it's kind of getting a little warm in here, so I'm just going to let some fresh air
Oh, it's all good.
Because it gets warm in here because of the lights, because you are on.
I am
on. It is on you.
It's on me.
You guys heard his song, Sip My Lemonade, in rotation right now, right? You guys have to let us know what you think about that. So when you guys get a chance, you can go and comment and respond and let him know what you think about that. And I'm talking about people from everywhere. Rip, I know you're hearing it out there in St. Louis. And we got D. Sloan that's out there in Arizona.
Hey.
We got people in SoCal.
That name rings bells.
A lot of artists. Sacramento.
D. Sloan, that's what's up. Shout out.
Mm-hmm. So, Abby.
What's good?
You're from Stockton, right?
Yeah.
Born and raised.
Stockton. Hey, I lived in Lodi for like 3 years when I was like 5 to 8, but I'm Stockton from 0 to 5, and then you know what I mean, from 8 till now.
How was that experience?
Dang, that's like. I mean, it's my whole life. It's been I love Stockton. Stockton is like, I haven't left and I'm 28, you know what I mean? Like, I'm still here, still loving it. Still, I get to hang out with Rane.
That's what's up. I get to hang out with you.
It's
Man.
good. I love Stockton. Stockton's beautiful.
And it's
oh, shoot. Man. Shout out to my boy Steven, DJ Say Some. Speaking of Stockton, DJ Say Some, you know what I mean? Produced half my album. He just followed on the live right now, you know what I mean?
Yes.
We in here doing our thing.
Put a shout out over here. And so this I found out, like I want to do my shout outs because I really like putting the shout outs, but then I find it becomes like a distraction because like it totally like cuts off the conversation.
Oh, for real? Yeah,
I feel like, you. Oh, man.
All right, I won't shout nobody more
out. No,
but,
we can shout them out. No, we definitely want to shout them out because we can go back and let them know that they had their shout outs because we can go back and re-enter them in the comments. So that's kind of like my homework after the facts.
Oh, okay.
So I go back.
All right. We doing homework.
Yeah, we got homework after the fact. We go back.
Hey.
Shout outs in where I didn't have time to do it. But you have been working on music for some time, right?
Yeah.
I just recently met you coming back to town. I've been here for a while as well and in the music scene. And I don't think I had ever met you maybe back in 2007, 2008. I didn't really know you.
You definitely didn't know me in 2007, 2008. In 2007, 2008, I was being a wild young boy with no ambition to do anything except get drunk and party with my friends.
There you go.
So, you did, unless you were out partying with 18-year-olds.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. I mean, hey, it's all good. I'm not here to judge, but that was where I was at back then.
Unless they were out partying with us, because we were the ones out there holding the events, creating events. So yeah, man, it's So I come back and here I bump into you in these great places, and the first time I ever met you, you actually mentioned me.
For real?
Yes.
Okay,
so you guys, being in Stockton, we work together, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so it's kind of nice to be able to have like a homie like out in the community that what we do this, like, we entertain, we like share some knowledge through some lyrics with you guys. And so being able to bring that to you and having fun with it, vibing out with all of you guys out there.
Yeah.
It's nice to be able to go to a place where you think like, oh, you got to be like, kind of put that on and don't let anybody know.
You got to put on your serious face.
Yeah, and don't let people know what you do and who you are.
I never really put on my serious face ever, but you know what I'm saying? Like,
I do my best to just, I keep it, okay, professional, of course.
Yeah.
But I am who I am.
But
and I love seeing you.
I feel you.
It's still Abby James.
Exactly.
And so, like, walking through the hallways of work and stuff and then bumping into you or, like, seeing what's up and maybe sometimes, like, catching you. I really enjoy having you, like, in my working environment also because it's like kind of like that break when you get out and get some sunshine.
Yeah, no, definitely. I was at work the other day. I had kind of like a lower moment at work, and like I was on my break and I was like eating a little bit. Hello, how's it going?
Morning, how are
My
you?
name's Cameron.
Ingrid,
nice to meet you, Ingrid. And you walked by and I was like, oh, Renee, like, oh, there's a ray of sunshine in my dark, cloudy day. You know what I mean? So
really
it is nice to have you there. It is cool. It is cool.
There's one other locale, and so yes, he works with D to the G Records, and he works in a different department.
Oh, really?
But it's awesome to bump into him too.
Yeah, definitely.
I need to. I hope you guys meet one day. I would love to introduce you guys to each other because he works with D to the G Records.
Okay.
And so he actually is featured on one of the songs in rotation.
Dope.
Yeah, so dope. And so I'm loving that. Like, I love that I get to like hang out with you in the community and like to know that like, you know, we're working hard, doing what we need to do on that daily grind, you know, to make ends meet and do what we got to do. And then we're still out there going out in the community and just bringing like so much energy, because you bring so much energy.
What? I never bring the energy. What?
You can change it. You can change the energy of the room, and I love that. That's you know, says a lot for, you know, a person, a soul, a person.
Yeah.
Who.
Some people just see it as annoying, though. You know what I'm saying?
Trust me, I know.
How funny.
Yes.
I feel like you related to that a little too heavy right there. I feel like there was too
She tells me all the time I annoy her.
Just on certain occasions, not all the time.
But yeah, but she, you know, likes to be over the top too, though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
You got a wild side too.
She is an event planner, but when she goes, she goes.
You know, I was just talking about this the other day because you know, like I was having a conversation about control, and for the most part, like I'm just kind of go with the flow. But when it comes to events, like I'm like nobody can do it. You know, I like get like that, but I have to remember that, you know, there's other people that can help you, and it makes the job easier if you allow somebody else to help you and have trust that they're gonna see your vision.
So it's hard to give up that control for you.
It is. Yes, definitely on events.
How do you do it?
I feel you.
How do you guys? How do you guys do it?
How do you do what? Deal with events?
No, because I know there's people out in the world that really need to learn how to let go of control. How to let go of control, right? And so it's one of those things where, okay, so you guys were talking about letting go of control, how it was kind of hard. Don't mind. One's working on cameras. They're both working on cameras, different types of cameras right now. This is what's going on. If you guys can't see what's happening and why they got so quiet.
My bad.
It's because they're working on cameras. But that's okay, because we do got to make those adjustments. But we were talking about letting go of control. Abby James was asking Ingrid how, you know, it is kind of hard to let go of control. And you understand that completely. So I'm wondering, because there's people that can actually learn from that, like, how do you catch yourself?
Well, the way I catch myself is like my whole entire like early 20s, like from like 20 till like 26, I spent trying to control everything in my life as if I was, you know what I'm saying? Like as if I was the god of the universe and everything was going to be exactly how I wanted to do it. And if nobody... So, and then I ended up in a mental institution. So, you know what I'm saying?
Well, that's definitely.
I got the tattoo on my finger, you know what I mean, to remind me, hey, buddy, you're not, you know, as in control as you think you are, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of easy for me to like relinquish control. Well, it's not easy. I'm not gonna lie. I still have a tough time with it because my first, like you said, I want to make sure my vision is seen, you know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm always trying to be like, well, I want to do it this way, but lately, like, you know what I mean, like I've been trying to give that up because like I was telling somebody the other day, like it's like back in the day I was like I felt like, oh, I know this is gonna sound egotistical, and it is, but I was like, I'm gonna put Stockton on, like I'm trying to do this and that, and you know what I'm saying, it's gonna be me. But you know what I'm saying? It's not me though. It's Lobo. It's Detroit. It's us. You know what I'm saying? It's
not a me. It's us.
It's a group collaborative.
There's so many so many people out here. John Dez, like Ches, like
everybody.
There's like millions of people I can name right now. You know what I mean? And like
because it's not just in music. It's in business. It's in entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
It's in education. It's leading the sciences. It's so many things here in Stockton. So I mean, we can really definitely bring a lot of attention though, because the arts and entertainment can do that. Like also sports, by the way.
Yeah.
As you see.
Yeah.
But how do you do that, Ingrid? How do you
like this?
Let go of control.
She said like that. You know, sometimes you just gotta grit your teeth and just like. But you know,
oh, there it is. It says Sleazak Radio. Look, Cam.
Hey, Sleazak News and Politics.
Sometimes, for me, like when I know that I can't, like sometimes I just know, like I'm not good at that. Like somebody else, if I come across somebody else that I feel can do it better than I can, then it's easier because I think that their vision will be better. So for instance, like Date Night with Daddy, my friend Keisha, she's going to be doing the decor on that. And previously, you know, I have done my own events. However, Keisha is amazing. So I'm just like, I trust her like wholly and completely with whatever she brings. So that's Creatively Keisha for Date Night with Daddy. And I went live right before I got here, guys. Somebody cut me off and I was like, oh my gosh. It was live on Instagram. Like right at that moment when they cut me off.
Those are those accidents they catch on the camera because they are on camera while they're driving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm like curious about
what is date? Did you say what was the
Date Night with Daddy, June 23rd.
Yeah, there's a poster.
There's a poster right here too.
Okay.
And what that is I'm trying to make it an annual event, so an annual father-daughter semi-formal formal dinner dance, and basically it's an event that people can go to, like fathers and daughters will go to, and it creates bonds, you know, makes their relationship stronger. It allows the father to teach the daughter how to be treated, like as far as like what to expect on a date.
Yeah, that's nice. That's actually really great because, you know, like fathers are very important, and
Absolutely.
not everybody has one, you know what I'm saying?
And
or they have one but it's not theirs, or
yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
and I have
fatherhood is a very complicated issue.
Absolutely.
It's hard to address, you know what I mean? So it's nice to have like an event that like really brings together daughters
and it's open to fathers, grandfathers, uncles, you know, godfathers, father figures too.
I feel it.
Yeah,
that's good. See, that's what I'm saying. That's dope. That's real dope.
So I just let everybody know. So as long as they make a comment on the page, let us know that they're watching, that their name will be put onto a ticket. Tomorrow before the end of the show, we're going to be doing a ticket giveaway.
Dope.
Yep.
That's what's up.
So Abby, let's get back to you really quickly because I want to share your music. We could play his music at your guys' party, by the way.
Oh, hey, yeah. No.
Yes,
no.
My lemonade?
My music is not for parties.
Oh,
no,
it's
I'm
my
sorry. I want my music played everywhere. I'm totally being
I'm
just kidding.
Yeah, no, seriously. So that would be pretty dope. So I see you rocking the Villainy t-shirt.
Yeah, Villainy.
What's that? What is that?
That's my homie X's clothing line. He's been doing it since 2012. You know what I mean? Like we've been working together since before that. So you know what I mean? That's like my brother. Like you know what I mean? Like we go way back. You know, since the very beginning of what I've been doing with music and stuff like that. He played football with my cousin back in the day. My cousin, rest in peace, Drew.
Oh, rest in peace. I'm sorry.
Yep. He was a beautiful person. He was like my cousin Drew was beautiful, and so that's how I knew X, and then we just became real close friends over the course of a few years. You know, when I was doing my music and he was starting to do his clothing line, and you know. He's been there since day one, and he's never left my side, you know what I mean? So, you know, you got to rep the people that stick by you, you know what I mean? So,
yeah,
I'm
no
always
doubt.
repping that Villainy, you know what I mean?
Hey, that's what's
always.
Up. So he's got a clothing line. You guys can check him out.
VillaanyCo.com if you want to go get your own gear, Villainy Co. And if you want to find him on Instagram, it's the same, Villainy Co, at Villainy Co.
VillaanyCo.com.
Yep, VillaanyCo.com.
There you guys go, VillaanyCo.com. Y'all looking for it? It's right there for you in the comments. You guys can check it out. VILLIANY.
Yep.
CO.
Yep.
.com.
Yes.
Okay, there it goes.
Yes. Thank you very much.
Yeah, for sure. So I want to kind of delve into you and doing the music as an artist. Like, how did that get started for you?
It's funny because like I didn't realize the answer to this question until recently. I found like my old notebooks. Shout out to Karen Minnick, Miss Minnick at Bear Creek High School. She had these free writes in my English class, and I guess I found like one of my old notebooks from that class, and I wrote my first. I saw my first rhymes I ever wrote. Like I took like a cadence from a rap song that I liked on the radio or whatever, and then I rewrote the lyrics to fit mine. And like ever since then, I just always would do that when I listen to music. Like, I'm terrible with lyrics. Like, I could be, my favorite rappers, MF Doom, Nas, like, I'll be listening to them, and I'll still to this day, like, I'll rewrite their lines in the middle of, like, you know what I mean? I'll be rewriting their lines in my head when I'm rapping them back. And, like, I just always did that. So then one day I was just like, oh, like, if I'm rewriting their lines, I guess I could write my own. You know what I mean? Right. So I started doing that. Then I started making, then my boy Ryan Martin, he was like my best friend since I was like 11 back in, you know what I mean? Like we met through both of his uncle and my stepdad were both coaches of baseball. Okay. And so we became real close through that. And then we started making beats together back in 2006, 2007, you know what I mean? And then, it was like we didn't have nobody to rap for us, and so I was looking for people to rap, but I couldn't find nobody to rap. So I was like, well, I mean, I could do it, you know what I mean? I'm just not gonna be very good at first.
So you're a beat maker first.
I was. Okay. I'm a terrible beat maker.
Okay.
I'm a terrible beat maker.
So now you're just
if you are looking for a hit, get away from me.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. You know what I mean? My drum patterns sound like Fisher Price material. Boom, boom, boom. That's like, yeah, I'm terrible.
So your friend is the one that continued with the beats.
Well, he didn't continue. We made a whole bunch of beats, and I actually made a little project with our beats we made back in 2010, like literally like 7 months ago. I put a project out with our beats from back then. But he has 3 kids now, so you know what I mean. Like
he went the family route.
He went the family route, which is the route that he belonged in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so, but that's how I started, was working with him. We started Working Class Royalty together when we got the fictitious business name. It was our company, and then eventually
shout out Working Class Royalty. I'm gonna have to put that.
Yeah, Working Class Royalty. That was the thing. You know what I mean?
So is that still?
I mean, that's my brand. You know what I mean? There's many people who are in the crew from back in the day. Like anybody who still reps it, that's dope. You know what I mean? But like I kind of had, like I said, I went to I kind of got locked up in the mental health facility. So I kind of like dropped the ball on a lot of my homies from Working Class Royalty. You know what I mean?
But it doesn't mean that you're not at the capacity to do that now.
Oh no, definitely not. So, but at the same time,
we all have to have a break.
Yeah,
once in a while.
The good thing of, I'm not saying the good thing, but everything happens for a reason, and in that you can use whatever what you're doing to give awareness for mental health.
Oh, definitely, and I do, and that's why I say meditate every day. You know what I mean? That's like my you know what I mean. Like my boy tells me, it's my mantra.
You really are affecting a lot of people, because I wanted to actually comment on your pictures when you guys were out at the water, and I wanted to be like, everybody meditating these days, huh?
Yeah,
I wanted to say that, but then I was like, let me just back off, because like it's a good thing, and I don't want to put anybody on blast. Because now everybody that you have in the circle that I've seen have affected, and I was like, I love it, and because they don't even like, I think they don't even realize it, but the fact that your influence on them, now a lot of people are really like physically going to meditate. Like before they would talk about it, but now it's putting action to it because you have inspired
I think you're giving me way too much credit.
No, Abby,
I love you and I appreciate it, but
I have been observing and watching. I've been in the circle for a minute.
You have been, I know. I'm not saying you're not. I'm not saying you don't have a perspective. It's just I think you're giving me way too much credit because the same people that you're talking about have helped me. Like get more into my meditation. Like
philosophically, yes. Yeah. But then in practice, so when they went to practice and then now practice, so yes, everybody is bringing in the practice.
Yeah.
And I have to really. Say it's a great thing, because I too have been doing the same thing. Just I haven't like joined in the. Actually, I actually have joined in practice with one person, Marcellus, MF Comedy, shout out. Yeah. He actually did ask me one day recently if I could meditate with him.
I remember,
and I hadn't done that in a long time. We done that before, but I had not done that in a long time with him. And so like before we were heading out to your place. I was like, okay. At first, I was so frustrated because I just wanted to go. I just wanted to go hang out. Like the thing was like I just wanted to go. But the fact that I was like, oh, okay, let me just go ahead and like stop myself.
Exactly.
You have.
Why would I refuse meditation? Because of, you know, anybody, it doesn't matter. Why
because
would
we're
I?
always constantly on a go. Let's
well,
go, let's go.
There were other factors that went into that I didn't want to meditate. I was just like, no. But then I was like, why would I refuse that?
Yeah.
So I allowed
and shout out to
myself,
Marcellus, because
yes.
that's hella dope. That like,
Yes.
you know what I mean. He wanted to meditate. Like, it makes me so happy when my friends are like meditating. You know, like I appreciate the credit that you give me, but so, you know, I'm just the guy who can't live without meditating. So you know what I mean. I'm just straight up like I could not. I could not be here right now if I wasn't meditating every day, because like my mind is just it's a dark place. It's a crazy place. But you know what I'm saying, like, but meditation is like my way of refreshing every day. And like there's you know, you give me credit, but like you know, like Lobo, he meditates in his own way, like, you know what I mean, with coldness, you know, and like he's teaching me that, you know. So it's like
with
meditation is coldness, you know what I mean, like cold showers or ice baths. You know what I mean?
Ice baths.
Because yo, it's easy to meditate.
It's very difficult to meditate.
It's easy to meditate right now when you're just
comfortable.
Yeah.
But when you got all that coldness, you know, and I haven't reached that level yet. So, you know, I'm still a beginner in this meditation journey myself. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not, you know, I'm not no expert or nothing. I'm a dude who needs it. Like, you know, I'm not, that's the thing, is I don't want nobody to get confused. Like, I don't think I'm like the master of meditation.
No, and then we didn't say that.
No, I know, but I'd be
But you don't go around like that.
No, yeah, you're right. But I mean, but like, I love it because it's like, it's a journey. Like, every time I meditate with somebody new, like, I have a real different perspective on meditation. I have a different perspective on the person I'm meditating with. Like, it's a beautiful thing. Like, I was over at my dad's house a while back, and like he has a roommate who is an older lady, and she's a really beautiful person, and she was talking to me about how she's trying to give up cigarettes, you know. And like, I just got to his house, and we were talking, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. I'm like, well, there's a way that I, you know what I mean, like I give up my negative thoughts, you know, like, so, you know, if I could give up my negative thoughts, maybe your negative thought of wanting a cigarette, you might be able to help you. So let's meditate. And we meditated together, and everybody's quiet is different, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Everybody's quiet. Everybody's so when we meditated, it's like I saw her quiet, and it was different from mine, and I could see the struggle that she had with the cigarette addiction and stuff like that. And it's like it breeds empathy, you know what I mean?
Yes,
you start to
definitely.
see, you know what I mean? So it's
of what they're praying for, like how difficult it is for them, but then it's like so much more. And the fact that they're reaching out because they want to go beyond that.
Exactly.
It's
amazing. Beautiful. It's like
I know.
When I was a kid, I was always I want to do something to help people, you know. I always wanted to do that, and like I could never find. I thought hip hop was gonna be the, you know what I mean? I thought, you know what I mean? And it is to a certain extent, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
it's
you know,
therapeutic for us.
Yeah, but at the same time, meditation is a more universal,
Yes.
universal thing that can help everybody and you know what I mean?
And people meditate in different ways,
right?
What they call meditation.
Yeah, definitely. You know
and
what I mean?
sometimes it takes on physical forms, a mental form, more spiritual, like because some people like really get into meditation through like working out really hard, or
well, that's a huge, like, to me, like, that's like working out. Like, I don't know if you could tell, but like I'm not
I think
the one,
I think our arms are the same size.
I'm like that Dub C song, I ain't the one. You know what I mean? Like, but
I'll get to it a little bit, but not too much.
So I respect the hell out of anybody who works out like that, and I consider that a form of meditation. That's like a physical meditation.
It really
you know what I mean? So like, whenever
people zone out,
people that work out, they'll be like, oh, I can't meditate. I'm like, no, you meditate in your own way. Like, look at your body. Like, you have a physical manifestation of your meditation. Like, you know what I'm saying? Don't disrespect yourself like that. Like, that's meditating in a way. You know what I'm saying?
They wouldn't think about it like that, right?
And but like,
usually anything that relaxes you, that, you know, like meditation.
There's things that relax you that are like substances, and there's things that relax you.
No. I wasn't talking about substances.
No, I know, but some people think that though.
I'm like, oh no, like, you know, like physically, you know, like working out, like people don't see that, but I mean, anything, you know, that kind of like transforms your mind.
Focusing on your breath is like the most, like, that's my thing, is like, if you focus on your breath,
you can do that anywhere,
anytime,
in any situation.
I do it at work. Sometimes when I'm at work and I'm having a stressful day and I got my 10-15 minute break, I just go, hey boss, I'm gonna be out in the grass. You know what I mean? I'll be back when my mind's a little more clear. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's magical, man. Like,
it really makes so much of. I literally will tell my people, like in my area, because like I can't really. You're closer to the park, so you can just get right out there to the grass.
Oh, you talking about where I'm at work?
Yeah,
Yep,
so
yep,
you get
yep.
to go outside.
Yep, I'm lucky like that.
So me,
Yep.
I'm kind of like inside. I don't really get to go too far.
Yeah.
But when I need to get away, I'll go to the chapel.
Okay.
I'll go to the chapel and I'll sit in there and I will meditate.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's dope.
Oh, because I'm like, I need that. I need to. And especially if I walk in and I sense all the energy and I see how it's going and I already know kind of like something's what it's going to be and I kind of know where I'm at with things. And if I'm at a certain place, I'm just like, yo, let me catch myself before I catch all this, because I'm about to, like, I had to clear out energies because I'm about to catch a whole lot.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then I'm going to have to, like, release that later. So I want to make sure that I'm ready for all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and that's any situation. And, you know, I kind of learned that a long time ago when I felt like, and I had learned, like, how distractions come.
Distractions come.
How distractions come.
I have this line that I like. It's a little mantra. I've never told anybody that. This is crazy. It's coming out on the radio, but the waves are going to crash. How you going to react? The waves are going to crash. How you going to react? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because like me and my boy DJ Say Something, who I was talking about earlier, like we had a real important spiritual moment between ourselves back in Santa Cruz back a couple years ago. And we were standing on the shores and like we were like watching how the waves like were coming in, and like we were watching how they went out, and we were just like, and like if you stay in one place too long, you start sinking into the sand. Like it's like it was like a real, you know, and there was this Buddhist thought that I had read about where it was talking about how you know, like a storm, right? If it's on the shore, there's a lot of destruction with the storm. You know what I mean? It crashes on the rocks and it'll hit homes, and you know what I mean. But if you have that depth of perception and depth of your soul, you know what I mean. No matter how stormy it is, there's so much depth in the middle of the ocean that nothing's crashing. You know what I mean?
Right.
There ain't nothing crashing. The storm is going on and everything's moving and there's huge waves, but there's no crash.
Right.
Because there's a depth to it. You know what I mean? And that's like the depth of your understanding, you know? I don't know it quite because I'm not a scholar in the Buddhist philosophy, but I read it, and you know what I mean? I'm a Buddhist myself.
And it makes sense to you.
Yeah, it's just the way that it makes sense to me, you know? And believe me, it'd be crashing on my shores all the time. Like,
do you know, this is kind of
that's life.
Kind of a similar thing that I have, and like people laugh at me when I tell them I had gone to, like, I just had this like, not like a vision, but something just came to me. I guess you could call it a vision, something came to me where it kind of like just told me like the best place to go would be go into the ocean and just scream as loud and as hard as you can. Because in that same respect that the waves come crashing and like a storm is on the shore and like you have everything going crazy all over the place with like houses breaking and things being destroyed, sound can almost do the same thing. So when you hear somebody's cries, it breaks so many people because they're so sad to see somebody so broken.
Empathy.
So it breaks and destroys, and then so it's like that whole weeping thing where a lot of people say, try not to weep. It's okay to weep, but try not to weep, because it's one of those things where it's like you don't want to break so many others because you're breaking. So I don't know why, but I was in a place and something just told me, so nobody and nothing, not even like the birds, nothing, because it can be so like, I just saw the sound. I literally saw the sound like go out like a sonic boom, like a wavelength, like just went out and like just affected everything. And I was just like, I don't want that kind of effect. So I wanted it to be absorbed so I could still release from within, because it was like from within, like raging from within. So I needed to release it though. And so the ocean in its depths and of it's so solid and so,
it's so mysterious, and
I could scream there and it would just muffle my sound. Like it would like encase me, like hold me, like comfort me, and just like embrace me the most that anything and other than air, would most embrace me would be the water, and like take the impact of my full on raging anger, pain, everything that I was inside that needed to be out, and a release of that. And so it's kind of like having those depths and knowing that the ocean can kind of catch you and like in your depths of like your soul and of like your wisdom, and it just brings you back to it's kind of a cleansing because it brings you back to that place of peace.
I feel like the ocean is like a very humbling thing to meditate on. When you look at the ocean and you recognize, like,
it's just so peaceful there.
Like everybody's always talking about how like the apocalypse is upon us, and it's like, yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Every
and like
day,
and like people would be and it's like, yeah, that's true, but I mean, like, even like if we have a nuclear holocaust on the surface of the land,
something's
like,
gonna
survive. You think something's not gonna survive in the middle of the ocean? And you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like we're so egotistical that we think that we're the only species that, you know what I mean? We think that we're just like the only thing that matters because we can think, you know what I'm saying, differently than others. But it's like, well, maybe maybe that thinking differently is what's going to lead to our own demise, you know what I'm saying? Like, so
could,
you know,
very well.
We look at sometimes we look at our strengths. No, it's good. I'm good. Thank you though. But yeah, it's like sometimes we look at our what we have as a human species above other species we think we're better than, and I'm like, nah, we're not. Just because we have a higher consciousness doesn't mean that we're better than these other animals. You know what I'm saying?
We all work in harmony.
Yeah, exactly.
They have
without them building the groundwork, we wouldn't have nothing to. Exactly. Like there's no separation between us and an ant.
That's right. It's an ecological system. We all work together.
And I feel bad as I'm a Buddhist and I'm not supposed to kill nothing, but you know what I mean. Now that I have my own place, I'm finding myself like, well, if I don't, then it's gonna spread. They're gonna have babies. You know what I mean? So it's like,
you don't want the bugs in that.
It sucks. It's such a because I never used to kill. I never used to kill bugs like when it wasn't my own stuff. But it's funny, how, you know what I mean? How much that stuff changes you. But
man,
yeah.
See, a distraction. I told you. Remember earlier I told you if I turn and
the waves are gonna crash. How you gonna react?
If I turn, well, no, because I told him earlier. I was like, when I go to like maybe make a post or do a shout out or like, and I turn my attention away, it like breaks up the conversation, and I didn't want to do that, but I did have to do that though, so that.
Well, then there's no reason to worry about it. Then if you have to do something, then you can't be mad that you know what I mean. It changes.
That makes a lot of sense, but well, you're in charge of that over there anyway, so I mean, you have to.
I can't do it.
We can't, you know. So that's why. So you work with Renee?
In a different department.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, we work in the same building.
It's a big facility.
Yeah.
And so what I do love is that everything, you know, that he speaks on and that where he comes from, like, wholeheartedly is in his music as well.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Definitely.
Well, that and the fun-loving stuff, like the fun.
Well, this is what I've come to learn about like people in general, and not only like in their music, but like just in everyday conversation. But people typically talk or like for your music, they do it with what's in their heart.
Right.
So if it's in your heart, it comes out of your mouth.
Right. Well, I mean, the thing is like. I kind of got lost for a while making music. When I was younger, I had a purpose, but like, you know, it was like an 18-year-old idealistic purpose. You know what I mean? I thought I was gonna change the world with hip hop coming out of Stockton. You know what I mean? I was gonna make everybody get on my level of let's just love each other, guys, and just be happy. And I hate corporations because the way they treat everybody, and you know, like, and then F this and F that. You know, like I was on my, you know what I mean? I thought I knew everything, and I knew it was gonna change the world. You know what I mean? But now it's like my music is more about how I'm changing myself. You know what I mean? Because I can't change the world. I've realized that.
But people are gonna relate to you.
But you know, but I changed it myself. Like she said, like, you know, I have helped other people meditate. You know what I mean? So it's like when I've changed myself, like it's like they say, you know what I mean? You change yourself, you change your friends, you change your friends, you change your community, you change your community, you change your city, you change your city, you change your state. You know what I'm saying? Like
it's a trickle effect.
Exactly.
Because the world starts with yourself. Yeah.
Right. I mean, yeah, definitely.
Well, that's, you know, we can only do our part.
We can only do our part.
But that is such a big part. That's what I'm saying. One soul can make all the difference in the freaking world because one person can be that influential or that commanding or that just that.
But that's
just exudes such an energy.
But see, that commanding, it can be dangerous though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Hitler.
Yeah, exactly.
That's because he did have a certain control over the world.
Oh, no, white talking Rise and Shine 209. Let's go to Hitler.
No, well, I was just gonna say.
I was thinking.
No, I hear you. No, you're right. No, that's exactly what I was saying.
They can influence so many different ways. It doesn't just have to be like in such a beautiful way, because sometimes it's in a very dark way,
hurtful way, harmful way. Exactly.
But they still yet control and like people like in Korea right now, North Korea, like they're barely just getting something a little bit better, I think. But before they were so.
I mean, they're still going through it pretty tough. Like it's not getting much better.
That's true.
That's all political. Look, that's political.
Isn't that where Trump didn't he just talk to somebody and they're gonna like stop?
Oh, well, let's not go.
They're ending the Korean War. That's what they're what they're working on. I'm not sure if it's actually happened or not, but
or if it will.
But
I had just heard that somebody was giving praise about he stopped something, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
Well, I don't ever talk about politics, and I don't want to.
Exactly. Anyway, so the other day I ate ice cream, and it was really tasty. It had sprinkles on it. Oh my god, it was so good. Oh yeah, I had ice cream at work yesterday. That's right. I gave my ice cream to my grandpa because I was like, because I'm not a sweets person. You know what I mean? So when I got off work, I went over there to pick some stuff up, and I was like, hey grandpa, I got you ice cream.
Nice.
I got you.
Yeah.
We're definitely a sweets family, like dessert first club.
For real?
The whole family.
I never eat sweets, like ever. Although I love Oreo cookies and milk. Oh my god.
She just gave you some chips.
No, I do the chips.
Oh, this is for me?
Yeah, you can have.
Oh my god, guys! Oh no, I'm not gonna get. I didn't pay for a sponsorship. I was about to put them on. No, you ain't gonna get my sponsorship. You better pay me, chip company. That is, I mean, not chip.
Cookie company.
that shall remain nameless.
That's right.
Shout out to my mom. My mom's watching on the live right now. So, shout out to my mom. Hey, go to jdub.org if you want to support those witnesses. You know what I mean? Hey, shout out, mom. I gotta give you some help, mom. You know what I mean? Even though I might not agree, it's good. You know?
Yeah, but that's the Buddhist in you.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you just let people be people.
It's helped her life. You know what I mean? Absolutely. So you know, it's like I can't hate on nobody's path. You know what I mean?
That's right. And that's one thing in that Buddhist philosophy, though. It's like, you know, everybody is like, what it is for them is what it is for them, and you have to let that work for them, and so that works.
Well,
for
I was
her,
talking to to Bree the other day, the one that makes the Sip My Lemonade stickers. Shout out to Bree.
Hey, Lemon. I call her Lemon.
Yeah. She said you were gonna call her that on. She was like, "Why would you bring it up?" You know what I mean? But you got the lemons right here.
Oh, can I see?
Yeah, you can have that actually. Yeah, definitely.
That's cute.
And
she makes those.
And
this is a sticker.
Yes.
I need to have some stickers made.
Oh yes, you do, because I got something coming for everybody online. Everybody, I'm just saying.
I need stickers.
So Bree.
So we were talking about how like
this is
with our journey with religion and philosophy and spirituality. You know what I mean? I feel like we're all on a mountain walking up. You know what I mean? And going through stuff to get there. And some people walk on paved roads to get up there. You know what I mean? Where people are telling them this is what, you know what I mean? Organized religion will give you that. You know what I mean? And some of us are out there like, you know what I mean? Through the thickets trying to figure it out on their own. You know what I mean? But everybody's trying to get up to the top of the mountain.
Of course.
And like to hate on a way somebody else is trying to find their peace and find their spirituality is kind of like counterproductive to your own spirituality.
Totally.
Because you're basically like saying you know better than them, and that's like, to me, that's not really a very right way of thinking. I don't know how to say it. I'm having a tough time with my words right now.
It's not very encompassing.
But it's like when you're trying to tell somebody how to find their spirituality, you're taking a break from trying to find your own. You know what I'm saying? When you're trying
that makes sense more.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you're trying to tell like, oh, that's you
like
shouldn't be doing that. You shouldn't be doing that. Oh, well, what are you doing right in this second right now? You're judging me. Is that a part of your spirituality? Is your judgment? You know what I'm saying? And so like to me, it's like I try not to judge nobody on what they're doing. You know what I mean? I just try and give them my experience and give them my perspective. So hopefully, if it can help them, it does. But you know what I mean? I'd be egotistical to think that, you know what I mean? I'm gonna show them better. I'm gonna show them better. You know, like as if
I'm gonna help you with your life.
You know what I mean?
Let me just help you with your life, and then I'll get back to mine when I have some time.
Exactly.
It's like,
exactly.
No, why don't you just go ahead and turn around and go on back and work on yourself. It's always good to share the perspectives when people are ready to hear those kinds of things. So, yep.
Yeah, exactly. It's great to like you learn from people. You know what I mean? And you in another person's way, you might not agree with it, but if you listen to them, sometimes you'll watch how they act and you'll be like, I don't really know, I wouldn't. But then you listen to them talk and the reason why they act the way they act, and you're like, oh wait. there's something deeper to that, and like I would have never seen that if I didn't listen.
Right.
And that's what I'm working on heavy right now.
I love that.
I'm a terrible listener. You know what I mean? I'm an absolutely terrible
I was just
listener.
I was just gonna say no. But like just in between, I'm just like I'm kind because I'm sitting here and I'm like listening to you guys talk, and I'm just like, okay, but I can't like get in with you guys in the conversation. That's why when you mentioned that right now, I was just like, because Renee would talk and then you're talking and both you guys are talking, so nobody's listening except for me.
Yeah. Well, there's people on the radio, so.
Oh yeah.
I got a lot of listeners.
I was like, in here though, like we don't see those people.
Yeah, I feel.
Well, you see them.
I see them. That's how I see my mom. I see Bree. I see Dioc. Shout out to Dioc and Erupt. They got their album just dropped. Speaking of dope Stockton artists.
Yep, nice. And we were just about to get back to yours. I was gonna let you finish that thought, and then I was gonna because I actually the whole time you're right. Listening is very important. I had a question in my head. I was actually ready to talk, so I was listening though. I was listening. However, because we're
having a conversation, so it's a balance between listening and talking.
And because you're kind of like engaged in the conversation because I'm now curious to know more. And then so what we're talking about with the whole listening thing, I was ready to get to the listeners actually to let them know about your album because Sip My Lemonade is on the album and I want them to know a little bit more about it and what they can find on it and where they can get it before we run out of time because we can talk forever.
Okay, so I'm working on an album right now. It's called Meditate Every Day, surprisingly. And I'm recording actually my second to last song in like 5 hours. I'm going to record my second to last song on the project. I'm super excited about it. My boy Tori Meath from visionlayer.com is mixing it. I could go on forever about this album, so I'm trying to like wrap it up quick. But
go ahead. Let it roll.
Okay.
But I had a question about the Sip My Lemonade because I know Renee was saying that you did we play this the other day? Did you play some of this? Did you play?
So, yeah, she's been playing it.
Okay. Yeah. So that's how were we gonna listen to a song? Because you were saying that we were gonna play.
I started the show with it, and then I played it before we started the conversation. Okay. So I wanted to make sure people had that, but I definitely want them to get the information for the album and everything.
Oh yeah. So how did you come up with Sip My Lemonade? Like, what is it? What is
it
based on?
It's crazy because so I'll give you the path to this album's creation and what happened. So I got out of the I had beginning of 2016 from January till about April or May. I was like completely lost my mind. They call it a manic episode in the medical community. I was like walking down the street, no shoes, no socks, you know what I mean, talking to bees, you know what I mean, giving them socks for shelter, you know what I'm saying. I was railing against people in the community, like, you know what I mean, that I thought were poisonous, you know what I mean, that, you know, I didn't have 100% factual information. It was just my own idea of what was going on. So I, you know what I mean, I was in a really self-destructive mental breakdown, basically, where I thought Hillary Clinton and the CIA were tracing my phone, so I changed my number, you know what I mean, like I thought Bernie Sanders was working for me, you know what I mean, like he was my, you know what I'm saying, like my little apprentice, you know what I'm saying, like I thought that, you know, like I was going way out
Delusions
there.
of grandeur.
And there's this song I had written. I wrote this first verse. I had this one verse that I had written, and it was to this beat that my friend Cricket Boy, who's in San Jose now, but I met him out here. Cricket Boy had made, and when he sent me the beat, it said, "If life gives you lemons, F life," and I was like, and that was what the beat was called. You know what I mean? And like that, the verse that I wrote to that, the first verse that I wrote to that is, "Life don't give you lemons, life just give you seeds. You gotta cultivate and irrigate. Don't fear to shake the demons that appear to break your dreams and stay to irritate your needs." And then I keep going. So that you'll hear that on the song, you know what I mean? But I that was like in part of my like kind of going crazy is I never believed in God before. You know what I mean? I was more atheist than anything, or agnostic, you know what I'm saying? But like when I wrote that verse, like I kind of like and like when I was kind of losing my mind, like I started really believing in God, and I thought he wrote that verse for me, which I kind of still kind of believe in a way, you know, it's weird. In a way. And so like I was like performing it everywhere. I was doing it all the time, and when I eventually crashed and got put into the mental health facility, like it was a rough time, because I realized like I put my family through so much. And that's, my family is amazing for dealing
family
with
is
me.
Amazing no matter
oh
what.
My God. I'm so lucky. So when I got out of the mental health facility, like, and I didn't realize this until like a year or two later, but Tori from Vision Layer hit me up randomly, like, hey, do you want to record a song and get it mixed for free? And I was like, and this is when I was like so depressed I wasn't leaving, but I was like, if I'm gonna get a song recorded, you know what I mean? I know what song I'm gonna do, you know what I mean? So I wrote the second verse to My Lemonade, and then I went and recorded it and got it finished, and then it got finished. It got sent back to me. I never released it. I was so depressed, and then like for like 4 or 5 months, or three months probably, I wouldn't leave my bed or my house, and like I just didn't talk to nobody. I didn't have, you know, and nobody was really talking to me, because I mean it's a hard thing to deal with when your friend goes completely nuts. Like, how do you deal with that? So I don't blame my friends for not talking to me. It's like I wasn't really myself, so it was like, who are they be talking? It's understandable. I wasn't upset with nobody,
but you got to a point where you could understand that.
But but I wasn't upset with nobody. But Steven, DJ Say Some, he was the only, like, there would be like 3 weeks where not one person called me, but Steven would call me, hey, what's up, bro? Like, I know you're going through it right now, but whenever you're ready to come to LA, bro, like, I got you on, you know, the ATVs, like, we gonna go, you know, like, come on, I'll come pick you up, and he just was always there, you know what I mean? And so then I ended up, I got a job working for my stepdad, doing landscaping. I started doing landscaping 40 hours a week, you know what I mean? I was doing that, and I saved up enough money to get a truck, you know, or not a car. I'm sorry, I had a truck for work, but I saved up money to get a car. Got a car, then I got a job where I work now, and once I got to the job I work now, my boy Jonathan McPherson, he told me, I told him, oh yeah, I used to rap, because that was where I was at the time of my life. I was like, when I started that job, I wasn't rapping no more. I'm not a rapper. I'm just a human. Like, please don't, like, I used to do that, but that's my past life. And one day he told me, oh, well, let me hear what you know do. And I spit him this verse that I wrote called Mindless. He was like, bro, like, you gotta get back into it. What are you doing? Like, you gotta get back into it. And I'd still not released My Lemonade yet. So, you know what I mean? Like, I was like, I just threw it up. I threw it. No, I did release My Lemonade. I did. I released it, and I just put it up on SoundCloud hella ominously. I was like, I don't know if I'll be back, my friends. And that's still on the description. You know what I mean? Oh my gosh. And so I was like, okay, cool. So then, like I said, Ryan Martin, go back to the beginning. I took those beats that I'd never used that we made back in 2010, and I made a little project called Practice. And that's on my Bandcamp, you know what I mean? So I made that little project, and then it was just like, you know, like I said, Steven, DJ Say Some was there for me, like, and so I had a couple of beats from him, and I was like, man, I'm just gonna start making my album with my boy, you know what I mean? This is my boy. He was there when I was like, nobody was there, you know, so I gotta, you know what I mean? So and like ever since, you know, I wanted to repay him, you know what I mean, in a way for being there for me like that. So it's like, yo, like you executive producing this album, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and then I just started making songs for it, and
you're gonna be in this. You're gonna be in this.
And it was like the album just started like. The thing is, I'm an album listener. Like, if you go to my Spotify, you don't see no singles playlist. I got like a hip hop Lucy's playlist for, you know what I mean? I have that one playlist, but I don't listen to individual songs. I listen to albums, you know what I mean? And so, and I've never released a full length album. Like, I've never had pressed up CDs or nothing like that, because I've never felt confident in my music enough. Ever. I always, you know what I'm saying?
And it's getting to that point now.
And it's at that point right now. This Meditate Everyday album,
You're
like,
ready.
I'm telling you, like, it is
fire.
Like, I don't care what nobody thinks about it. Like, if everybody says it's the worst album to ever come out of Stockton, I'll be like, hey, you're right.
But you know, self-criticism is the worst.
But to me, when I got my first EP back, I cried. I was so sad because it did not sound anything like I thought it would. You know what I mean? I was like, this is.
Wait, it was bad?
Yeah, every time.
I thought you were like, you're happy.
No, I hated every album I ever released, other than, like, you know what I mean? I had a collaborative album that I was really proud of with Remedy. Shout out to Remedy.
Oh wow, that's interesting.
Yeah, but this album that I make, it's gonna be 10 tracks long, and like every song is like it all connects together. Like
telling a story.
I have the drinking all night is followed up by the hangover. You know what I mean? I have mental case and then mentally ill from Mudville. When I was going crazy to when I realized I was going crazy. You know what I'm saying? I have smaller fish to fry.
Yes.
Which is
you guys can see him performing that at Superfish. If you ever get a chance to head out to Superfish on Tuesday nights,
shout out to Superfish.
You can see him performing. I sip my lemonade and smaller fish to fry, which is perfect for Superfish.
Yeah, right. Shout out to Drex. Shout out to Drex. But yeah, so like the album just started forming, and like it's like I couldn't have. It's almost like this album is so important and special to me that like all that stuff I went through, like it's like, oh, I don't even trip that I went through all that, because look at what I got. I got this fresh perspective, and the whole album is all about how I went crazy and how I got myself back to normal.
I love it.
You know I mean?
I love it. I hope people really enjoy the album. When you guys get a chance, when it drops, when's it dropping?
Man, I don't know, because
late May, June, early June.
No, it's right now I have sipmylemonade.com. You can go get the EP, which has the mixed unmastered version of my lemonade.
So you guys can hear it raw.
You know what I mean? You could hear the you know what I mean? Go hear like Sip My Lemonade EP is like a taste of like, it's got some older songs on there. Shout out to my boy Magnificent. He's on the project.
Yay, Magnificent.
Yeah, you know the homie Andrew. So I got to Sip My Lemonade, but the album, like, I'm gonna finish recording now, and then but I gotta get it mastered, so I don't know how long it's gonna take to get mastered, so I don't want to say a date. I'm hoping by August or September the album will be done, and I really want to get a video for my Lemonade done by somebody. I won't say who, because I still gotta try and make that happen, but like there's somebody I really want to do the video, and like I'm just trying to save some money up so I can approach him.
Well, I was just wanted to say, because I mean, this is my first time meeting you, and I just want to,
nice to meet you,
nice to meet you. But I just want to say that I think it's a really great thing that your openness about your being in a mental health facility, because a lot of people go through stuff and they don't want to say anything.
Well, that's the thing is
they hide.
My thing is I've always been.
But when they're going through it too. They don't want to say anything.
Well, yeah, because they want to. I mean, it's self-denial, Like I was in denial that I was going crazy. You know what I mean? I thought everybody else was going crazy. How can you not? I got millions coming from China. Why won't you believe me, Grammy? You were there. That's a real life situation. I was telling my grandma, like, I got millions coming from China. Like, I made my grandma get. We had a shared account so she could, you know what I mean. If I needed some help, I was like, you need to separate from my account, because the money that's coming from China is not coming in because you're on my account. Like, they don't trust it. You know what I mean?
Gosh.
I was really out there. You know what I mean? Like you said. But the thing is when I came back from it. You know what I mean? And I was going through life again. When I would tell my experience to people, more people than have been through it. There are so many people who deal with mental illness. So many people.
Yes.
But people are so afraid to talk about it. And the thing is like, I don't care. I have very deep-seated insecurities. Like, don't get me wrong. But at the same time, like, I'm very open, though. I'm not scared to, like, tell you what is real about me. You know what I mean? I tell you, you know what I mean, what I've been through because when I was going through that, I felt hella alone. You know what I'm saying? And when I was coming back from, like, and I just want people to know, like, you're not alone. Like, believe me, I have gone absolutely nuts. If you're going through some, you know what I mean, you have any kind of mental illness that you're going through, like, you're not alone, bro. You're not alone. There's so many people that have been through it. There's so many people. Like, I can't stress that enough. There's so many people that have came up to me, like, you would never even expect it to. Like, people that, like, hold down real important positions. And, you know what I mean? And they'll come up to me like, yeah, like, a couple of years ago, like, you know what I mean? I really, like, I started believing that, cats were talking. Like, when I was going crazy, I was out in the middle of a town I've never been in, trying to meet this girl on Tinder that I had met once. You know what I mean? And I was trying to talk to the cats and the dogs that were in the town. I was asking them where she lived. You know what I mean? Because I was trying to surprise her. You know what I mean? I was trying to, like, I was gonna be like, oh, you know what I mean? We already kicked it before, but this is definitely some stalker stuff. You know? Yeah. It was definitely some stalker stuff, and like that's one of the reasons why it's hard to talk about, because you know what I mean.
Because you do things.
Because you do things that are quite
out of character.
Out of character. I was, but it wasn't like I was talking to her to, like, you know what I mean. I was literally just going to say, hey,
just to say hi. But then, like, you don't think, like, maybe that might be a little odd to somebody else, or even like should I really be doing so,
but you know what,
don't think like that.
But yeah, I was literally talking to the cats, and like when I was following them.
That's
like
they were
I was following them, and I had this belt because I was gonna give her a belt that I, you know what I mean.
So did like something have you go there, or did something happen in your life where you just ended up?
I mean, I think there's so many answers I could give you for that. I don't know, you know what I mean, 100%.
Yeah.
But it could have been me being egotistical and like I had actually like, you know, I was performing a lot in town and like doing a lot of stuff, and then, you know, as life goes on, you kind of lose that, you know what I mean? And like, no, why is my song? I used to get like 150 plays in a day, you know. Now like I get 10 plays after like 3 months. Why is nobody listening to my music? You know. And then, you know, I was experimenting with, you know what I mean, psychedelics and stuff like that. So that was changing my perspective. I was also really studying Taoism heavy, and Taoism is a really difficult perspective to like change to go from Western philosophy to like Eastern philosophy. That's a really hard transition because you gotta really like it changes
life change.
Exactly.
It's like a life change.
It's like once I started really studying the Eastern philosophy like in a way that I started believing it, it was like everything I had believed in my life before was wrong. You know what I mean? So I didn't believe anything, and so when you don't believe anything, you're open to believing everything.
Which is
you know what I'm saying? So it was like, so there were so many factors, the psychedelics, and I'm not like against psychedelics either. You know what I'm saying? Because like, you know, I'm actually glad that I had that experience. I don't recommend it to nobody because that's not for everybody. But I'm also not going to sit here and lie to you about my experience, like, and say that I'm not happy that I did them, because, you know, I'm not going to do them now. That it's not a part of my life no more.
Right.
But it really did. You know what I mean? But there was a lot of stuff that led up to that. You know what I mean?
And so here you are being able to share that experience and letting people know that you guys are not alone and you can get through it. And here's some music to enjoy as you do that.
Right.
So you guys are going to get the whole full album called Meditate
Every Day.
Every Day.
Hey.
Which is something
meditate every day.
And you know, that's one thing that Abby James does every day. That is a part of his person. That's who he is. And so
I'm going to do that right after this.
That's right.
And I want to stress this too, is like you don't just meditate when you're having a bad day.
That's right. Absolutely.
You meditate when if you have a great day, that's one of the most important times to meditate.
Absolutely.
Because too high of happiness and too low of sadness are basically the same thing,
right?
On two different ends.
That's
you feel me? And because if you get too lost in that happiness, when you get
Come
that stripped
down.
away from you,
it's like boom, all the way to the.
So you want to just stay in that even keel place so that you don't get too far on either end.
Right.
You feel me?
You stay in that neutral and stay focused, guys. I want you guys to get the information. I know we're over time. We're gonna get out of here, but I would love. Hey, Dijon, he's saying, "What's up, y'all?"
Yo, Sam, what's good, bro? Hey.
So we want to be able to
shout out to Bud.
Yeah, shout out to Bud. I gotta call you. I'll be calling you because actually, as a matter of fact, I wrote it down. Bud, awesome. I needed to talk to you because the music isn't coming off the drive. Okay, so we'll talk about that later. But I need Abby James to give you guys where you can catch him. Follow him on his Instagram, on his Facebook, in the community.
Yeah.
He can tell you in the Hood app, right, as well.
I'm on the Hood app.
So let's give him.
Go get the Hood app.
Yeah, you guys.
Shout out to Gil. Shout out to Brian. Shout out to Marcellus, the Hood app fam. You can find me at Abby James WCR. That's Abby with an E, ABBEY JAMES WCR. You can find me on Twitter there. You know what I mean? You can find me on Facebook at Cameron King. If you where else could you find me? You can find me at Superfish most Tuesday and Wednesday nights. You can find me sipmylemonade.com. Go listen to my SoundCloud. That'll take you to my SoundCloud, to my EP. You can find me dancing randomly in a place I shouldn't be dancing randomly. You can find me doing all kinds of fun things. I don't know. Shout out to Superfish though. I be there pretty often.
Yes, you rock the house.
I love it. Shout out to Drex giving me that opportunity to grow there as a performer and do my thing. And shout out to Dye Eater Apparel, DYE.
I like that hat a lot. I love tie-dye.
Yep. Dye Eater Apparel on Instagram. You can get yourself a hat like I got. You know what I mean?
I was like, that is a pretty dope hat.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, my boy Jason makes them. He's the homie. Him and X are like close friends too. Like, you know, the villainy, and you know what I mean. They actually have a collaboration together. I just bought my collaboration. I don't have it yet. Still got a print, but I got but Bree's got one. I'm kind of jealous of her right now. You know what I mean. I want mine right now, but you know, I gotta be patient and stuff. But yeah, it's dope. I love all the people I work with. I just feel lucky to be part of the community again, you know what I mean? Because, you know, that's what I love about Stockton, man. It's like, you know, people got a lot to say about this town, but I lived here my whole life, and I'm telling you, like, this place has accepted me. It's let me make my mistakes. It's, you know what I mean, put me back on my feet. It's like I owe everything to Stockton. I love Stockton. To the end of my days. Like, anybody saying anything about Stockton, hey, you got your opinion, but you're wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like you Donald Trump supporters. You know what I'm saying? Hey, oh, sorry. You got your opinion, bro, but you wrong, bro.
We are free to all of our own opinions. It doesn't reflect the opinions of the station, but it reflects.
I'm just being ridiculous. It reminds me of the Jesus Amaro intro. This does not
reflect the opinions
of Rise and Shine 209. It reflects the opinions of me, though. Whatever I say is my opinion. That's, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't mess with that white supremacist stuff, man. But
okay, thank you guys so much for tuning in. All of you guys who have like tuned in, listened to the music, and gave us comments. Everybody who did make a comment, your name is going to be entered into a drawing to win a date night with Daddy tickets for tomorrow. That's going to be tomorrow. We'll be pulling that up. So everybody, you got time to go make your comments, because if I see it, your name is going in the pot. Okay, so we also have a Meal in a Show that's coming up May 27th.
Hey, Meal in a Show.
Are you going to be performing?
I don't think I'm going to be performing, but I'll be there.
Okay.
I'm donating. I know I'm donating. I don't know. You know what I mean?
So we will. You guys can see us, catch us, because I'll be there May 27th out at Columbus Park, 11 a.m. and Meal in a Show. We do it every 2 months. It's for the homeless. We get out there. We have a barbecue. We feed them. If you guys got donations, we take it to them. If you guys got resources to give to us, we take it to them, and we just give them a free content.
So like, I was just going to ask about
anything you can do to help. If you're a barber and you want to give some haircuts, I know they've done that before. That like,
they need tents. They need blankets, things like that. So Date Night with Daddy's coming up. That's June 23rd, and that's a formal, semi-formal event. So you guys can show your little girls what a date would look like, and that's with Daddy. So we also have a few other things going on that I thought was pretty cool, and then I'm just going to say this, and then we're going to be out of here because I'm already over time, which I need to be letting y'all go.
My bad.
No, it's okay, but that's what we do. Okay, so this thing is called Voces. Alma, Vida y Corazón.
Spanish,
okay, so it's a summer series of bilingual Spanish and English poetry readings by local amateur and seasoned poets. Oh, you guys, this is pretty awesome. So I wanted to share that with you guys. So when you get a chance to check it out, it's going on at the Mexican Heritage Center. Hey, Cameron! Yeah. So I'm going to let you guys go. We got friends. We got Cameron. I'm going to introduce my friend. Yeah. So,
Cameron in my life.
Yeah. And then Afex says, what's up?
Yo, Afex, I know he's on my live. Hey, shout out to Afex, though, for real. Afex is the homie every day.
All right, y'all. Peace out.
Yep.
Peace.